Hey, welcome back, regular viewer. So, last week we had a lot of success making this guy right here with this stuff right here. And, I was going to look at this further down the road, but it was just such an easy, good time that I wanted to keep up my momentum, as it were, practicing with the air dry clay. So, I made up a little design. Where are we? Page here. Okay, of a this is exaggerated hook there, but I traced out the size of the hook that we were using. Made another jig head, weedless jig head for it here. Anyway, what this goofy image represents is I was trying to recreate the front end of a swimming lure. Anyway, this was the a knockoff version of the, I think it was Sibyl, something like that. But this here shape to the front end of it is what gives it its swimmy action. And the fact that this is jointed helps. But the regular editor bought these for me, which is really sweet of her. I used a couple of them. They are pretty cheaply made, so they fell apart pretty fast. You can see the... it looks like I made it, actually, with how poorly it's put together. But just as a commercial lure. But the colors were just a little ridiculous for me. So, anyway, but, I always appreciate it. So, anyway, this shape, though, is what we were kind of trying to reproduce here. So, I made up this guy right here. And it's weedless, just like the other one. And I know it doesn't fit exactly, but it covers it up, so that's something. And with what we've learned from last week with making these, by the way, this isn't a part 2 video. It's an expansion upon. So not part 2, part next, bigger. I wasn't planning on doing a second video of these lures. Like I said, this one just did exactly what I wanted it to. So I wanted to do a little bit more. See if we can. So I think learning what I learned from this, though, this one's, I tried to make it a lot heavier. I think I failed. And I think I'm going to have trouble casting this one. So we may make some modifications on the fly, as it were, with this. So without further ado, we made this guy up right here. So hopefully this will give us some swimmy action. And then I made a top water, strictly top water. This is a spoon-ish thingy. So it has this weird profile that we're going to make into a fish. It's going to have a little tail on it. This one's going to have a little tail on it too. This one's going to have a trailer hook onto it. It does have a curved sort of shape to it. And the weight is really close to the bottom here, so it should right itself like that every time. We may try and remove some material in here. We'll see how that all works out. I got some stuff I want to try out. We're going to try live and on camera here. So without further ado, I think I already said that. That's without further ado. So let's see if we can't shape these up and make them look just a little bit better. All right. Starting with the rotary tool. That gouged the snot out of it there. Kind of took it back a little further than we wanted. Let me try like 100 grit-ish. Ah. Okay, well, I guess the fins are coming off. That tool's dangerous on this stuff. Take the point off the hook yet? No. Ah. Yeah, when you're testing the sharpness of your hooks, regular viewers, just go ahead and stick it right in your finger. It's a great way to test sharpness, all right? Just kidding. That was not a real regular tip. That was a joke regular tip. So this stuff is interesting. Once you break through like the outer layer, which really doesn't feel hard at all, you got to be careful because that tool just all of a sudden starts to dig. I just wanted to take a little bit of mass off those wings, which will turn out to be the top and bottom of a fish on its side. Okay, I think that's enough of a mess for now. All right, so moving on, let's get some paint or figure out how we're going to style these guys up, make them look beyond regular. And first things first, we're going to put a nice coat of aluminum tape on them, and we'll apply our first bit of UV resin. Actually, now I want to UV them first. UV first. With on camera, Ozbang UV resin. Off to a good start, guy. There we go. Just generally want to throw your paintbrush down in your UV resin or epoxy, whatever. That way it gets all over it. It's going to help lock the hook in even further. If you start to manipulate it too much in this current state, it will start to loosen and wiggle around and waller it out. It'd be really nice if we could fill in this section right here. In fact, let's go do that in the sunlight. All right, well, that one is curing. We'll put a coat on this guy here for the same reasons. We want kind of see the weight start to crack through the bottom. Make sure that's nice and straight because this coat right here is going to lock it in once we get the UV light on it. That actually did a fair job of filling that hole in there. Not perfect, but fair. Good enough for the regular guy. We're gonna do 2 or 3 more coats of this right here, and then we will get to painting and applying of things and stuff and things and other features. So, all right, a couple UV resins later, and we've got a solid chunk. So yes, this is very similar to what we did last time because I liked it a lot, but we're going to try to put a little more pizzazz into it just for you, the regular viewer. All right, so that is a poor example again of how to apply aluminum tape to your fishing lure. All right, and I'm going to save you the trouble of watching me destroy the second one, and I'll just show you when it's done. All right, we got the regular paint booth open for business. We're going to try to, so I'm going to try to do a crappie pattern for this just because of the shape of the lure lends itself to that. So let's ruin this bait. Let's paint this bait. All right, now that we got gold down it there, we're going to add green. Now we're going to heat set it. That's more of the color we're looking for. All right, so the eldest regular assistant is holding this down because inevitably I will knock it over. We're going to use the old faithful elephant brush. Hold on, we got to get this on this side of us. Oh, geez.
No.
It's okay. Hold on.
Okay.
We want this askew this way for scales. We want this way. Hey, I think
that looks great.
I think that looks crappie-esque. Okay. As far as a regular guy goes, that's a pretty decent paint job. All right, let's flip it over and knock all our paints off the.
I'll get it.
All right, so after you do a good job, you generally want to throw all your paints right off your workbench just to signify what a great job you did, so that you stay humble. While the regular assistant is assisting me by picking those up, we will heat set this guy right here. Now for our next trick.
Oh no! I'm knocking him over now.
Okay, so see the edge of that's where the table ends,
Okay.
and gravity takes over.
Always does. Great.
Not as good because I moved, but camera one, camera two, camera one. Yeah, that there's less scale on that one than that one, but
Oh well.
okay. But oh well, we can't fix it now. Okay, hold this and let's flip her over. It's not bad at all. Not bad for a regular guy. Okay, a little red under the chin. Alright, so this is one of those quit while you're ahead situations. I did mean to put layers of UV resin in between the paint to try to give it more depth. And then I remembered I'm just regular and that's not going to help. So we're going to UV resin this and then put some eyes on, we're going to put eyes on it and then UV resin it, and then will be DUN, and it will be GUD enough. You get a crappie vibe out of that?
Huh?
You get a crappie vibe out of this at all?
Yeah, it looks a little like a crappie.
Looks a little like a crappie. That's the best we can do, regular viewers, right there.
Shape, though.
Yes, it looks a little like a crappie.
Shape though is a little odd, but
The shape is a little odd. Man, you're all full of compliments right now.
no, it looks like it looks very much like a crappie. The shape's just a little odd on it.
That's going to be ready for UV resin. All right, we're going to do our UV resin. We're going to add some pale gold to the clear coat. I didn't really think about that, did I? Crab spoon, come here, I need you. Ooh, that's a lot of pale gold. That might have been too much pale and too much gold. We will find out here in a second. I see other bait makers do stuff like this, and it just always works out. It just like looks perfect the first time, every time. I do it, it looks like a blasted mess. Luckily UV resin's cheap because we're gonna have to thin the mix here, as it were. This is why I'm a regular guy. All right, now we're gonna ruin it with this clear coat.
You couldn't even see the gold.
And you can't even see the gold, he says. So this is going to require another step after this. We're going to put a brush tail on this one. We're going to try that, to do that to this one here. So I think we're going to slice and dice it open in the back end here. And we're going to go put it on the rotator and let it rotate. So let's just let it rotate on there for a while and let that coat get nice and even. All right. I know I overdo this pattern a lot because that's what I like. This is going to be a shad. So sorry if you're sick of seeing that, but that's what I want, and I'm the regular customer here. So starting with a chartreuse line that follows the contour. All right, assistant, for this one, you're going to hold it down there. Plus, you're going to hold this just over the edge of the chartreuse like that.
Okay.
Well, the scales kind of got faded over, but I wanted a simple pattern. That's simple enough. Oh! was better the first time, guy. Okay, we're gonna have to start over. Let's try this one again. Okay, let's try this once more. And that's how you give your lures a patina paint job. Totally meant to do that. Absolutely. Absolutely 100% meant to do that. Turns out that paint overspray on the back wasn't dry. That's a rookie mistake right there that you hate to see. You have to leave that spot alone and do the rest. Haven't done that one yet. Well, you're getting to see a lot of regular screw-ups on this build, aren't you? Make sure all our little deals are done. We'll go get that out in the sun.
What are you doing over here?
Making a trailer hook for one of my foam clay lures here. This is going to be hopefully a clanking trailer hook.
Well,
A shiny clanking trailer hook.
well, I see the shiny part in both ways. The blade, the Colorado blade, and the chartreuse thread you got on
This
there.
was a broken spinnerbait arm here. I took the willow leaf blade off of and we left the Colorado blade on.
Mostly because the Colorado blade helicopters.
Well, not here. It's going to clank. It's not going to have
Oh.
a chance to helicopter.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Do you?
No, yeah, I do.
You sure?
It won't go back and forth.
Are you sure?
It's not gonna have enough space to helicopter.
You sure you're sure?
I'm positive.
Positive, huh?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get this covered in UV resin and go see if we can't stick it on the lure.
Okay.
So we're just putting the finishing touches on these lures. This one here, I rigged up this trailer hook because I noticed that this hook was rather buried in there. And I put this clanker on it. Hopefully it will, well, it's hard to test here, but this blade should hopefully hit the trailer hook and clank. Sometimes it may spin all the way around. Either way, it's going to have some noise on the back end. And the weight, again, was right on the keel of this lure, so it should float, hopefully facing up right here. We will see. Time will tell whether that was correct or not. But that guy is DUN done. Ow. Well, the hooks are sharp. I wanted this to be able to, flop and flip around and whatever. So now this guy here, we're going to make a brush tail out of this black hair tinsel. So we need to first listen to that engine noise. And second, we're going to try to cut ourselves
A slot. With the...
Probably going to start with a knife.
So that's gonna be like a keyhole for a plastic tail, only it's gonna be a slot for a brush tail. Right?
This is too aggressive. Alright, now I gotta remember how I did this before. I should watch the video on how I made the brush tail to show people how I made the brush tail. Mostly to show me how to make this brush tail so I can remember all the way. We'll use this much. All right, so this is the new tail. Just like the old tail, except the right size. Okay, so we're gonna put that in there, but we're gonna have to super glue because the UV resin, I can't get it to set the way I want We're going to have to clean it up with UV resin afterwards. Oops. Good. And then you want to drop it right at the critical moment. Okay, so now that's on there straight. We are going to UV resin it in place. Is it straight? Does it look straight? Let me look at my non-straight hand. Okay. Not 100% straight, but straight enough for government work, I guess. Okay. Let's finish securing it with a little bit more of the good stuff. I need to hang this back up to get this to do its thing properly. Let me go set that up.
It's working. There's the fatal flaw with this lure. Okay, regular viewers, so after the swim tests and after taking them fishing, I am underwhelmed by the results. I love how this one looks. It came out great, but a lot of the key features failed to work. I made this too far off of this hook because I wanted it to smack against the hook. It does not do that. I put the weight, what I thought was in the bottom, so it would right itself. Again, it does not do that. Apparently these hooks are too heavy. So most of the time it sits this way in the water, which, really inhibits the weedlessness. I probably could have made this hook weedless, but on other topwaters I've used that sit properly in the water, the way they're intended, talking to you, when they float upright like this and the hook floats upright, it's not a problem. But my fault, bad weight distribution. This one does a very little bit of swimmy action. This part probably need to be a little wider down the bottom here, but we're still working on it. It can twitch in the weeds, like just do it, you pop it down and it floats back up. It might work that way for sure, but underwhelmed. Before we end this video, we're going to get one of them right. And I got another idea. All right, so starting with from the ground up, I've got this mess right here. That is ugly. So it is a double weedless hooked, weighted weedless hook harness. Double weighted weedless hook harness. Double weighted weedless harness. Nope, can't say it. Double weighted nope. Or double weighted weedless hooked harnessed. Okay. Still said it wrong. All right, and with this monstrosity, we shall use to be the foundation of our self-righting fish head topwater weedless lure, hopefully. And hopefully it'll be more overwhelming than underwhelming with a better hookup ratio because it has dual hooks, like as you can see by the way that it is. All right. Sorry I didn't show you that whole process because it took a while to conceptualize it. And we're building a third lure at the end of a video to salvage a terrible video. So we kind of got to do more building than showing. But I will explain stuff as we go. So this is a horrible mess of wire to build this harness here. It makes more sense in the middle of it. But yeah. It's ugly, but it'll be okay because the foam dry clay will have plenty to stick to. So let's make a fishy head for that, or body, or what have you. All right, air dry foam clay. Let the fast forward begin. Okay, regular viewers, did you ever start to make a fish that turned into a frog? Well, that's what just happened right in front of your little eyes there. So this stuff has to dry, but I think we're going to have some pretty vicious hooks. Well, I can see that we have some pretty vicious hooks off the back of it. I know they're not perfectly squared up, but I think it'll be okay. I do have an idea for a tail off of this guy. Little Kermit here, but that's, I think, is going to have to wait till it dries a little more. And if I stop playing with it, it will dry on me. So I'll turn the snoot up. So we probably want to put something under the snoot to hold it up. Like that. Seems pretty good. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to mention on the last video that I made with air dry clay, the fast attack shad thing, one of the viewers asked, what if you squished it in a mold? So let's see. Okay, it takes on the shape of it. You can see the detail right there. So we can possibly use this as another fast attack shad type lure. So I think if I made up a hook and put it in there, I think we could get that to do all the right things in all the right places. Not too bad. Look at that. Huh. Hot dog.
In pajamas.
Hot dog in pajamas. Might have to look at that. Okay, so I just whipped up this hook with a piece of lead on it again and made another weed guard for it. Might have made a weed guard a little too big, but we can adjust that. And we want that in there about like so. How are we going to do that? So you can certainly squish the air dry clay in the mold, but you can't squish the hook in there because there's no provision for this hook, which means you could make a mold for it. Probably do a little bit of squishage. I don't know if that's going to work. Nope. But we still got a general shape. Okay, so to answer your question, regular viewer, whose name will display right here that asked that question, yes, you can squish this stuff into a mold. However, it has to have a provision for a hook in order to fit. But we'll let this dry and we'll make it up and see what we can do with it. I think I want a little less tail though, a little less cowbell. And I'm widening out the head like that so that it sits in the water upright, again, righting itself, hopefully. That's the plan, at least. We're back on all this mess. All right, so these guys are dried. Okay, regular viewers, our lures are dried, and you know, I'm pretty happy with how they came out. I'm not gonna lie to you. This one's got a couple of little lumps and bumps on it from the UV resin on the weed guard there, but there was one more thing I wanted to do to this frog. I wanted to give it some little, I wanted to give it frog legs, but I think we're just gonna go with some froggy feet here. And our shad guy, I apologize, I got a little excessive with the UV resin there, so he's got a lump on his head, but don't tell the folks at home. Well, I guess that's you. And then a little mess up right there, but so we just got to do a little bit of finishing touches on these guys right here. And I was going to put a little tail on it, and then sitting on the bench top, because God is good all the time, was this little scrap, and I am going to use this little scrap to make the tail because it's quick, dirty, and cheap. And I got it right here. Why not? Right?
Sure.
The regular editor is out here with me. I'm very excited to have her in the regular shop. That's how excited I am. No?
Thank you so much.
You're not feeling it?
That's funny.
Okay, so we're gonna need for the regular feet. For the frog feet. The frog feet's here. All right. Why do I keep cutting it so? What in the world's going on with my stainless steel wire? I'm just going to throw that on the floor for no good reason. Okay, so that's for the feet. 1, 2, and then for this tail. 1, 2. Oh, did we tell them about the other show that our lures were on? Did we mention that?
I don't believe so.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, the Fishin Mortician. I sent him some lures a bit ago, and the Fishin Mortician went fishing with the Dexter. He went fishing with our double curly tail, our reverse double curly tail, and the best jig trailer I ever made, and caught bass on all of them. So I was very happy to see that. He had to work to catch some bass on the 7-inch Dexter there, but that was pretty cool. And then Dexter's Lure Lab took and modified the Dexter. He put this cool reverse sickle tail on it, which I'm hoping to get another close-up shot of to wrap my little regular brain around exactly what he did there. But that was really cool. It made it into a really awesome wake bait. So check those out if you would, please. Dexter's Lure Lab and the Fishin Mortician for further content on regular lures. The regular editor just pointed out really well by asking me, what are we doing here? I should probably explain it to you. We're making little screw lock or screw eye or hinges that I'm going to attach the feet and the tail with, so they're just going to hang off the back here. It's going to look a lot better than how it looks right now. But I just start them by using my little paws here and twisting it up a skosh.
And you're calling them legs? What?
You'll see. There's this is just a 2-stage. Well, more than that, but sort of a 2-stage.
2-stage.
Yeah, kind of a 2-stage process here. Make the legs and then make the part that goes on the legs. And then stage 2A, put the legs on the lure. 2B, I guess, would be...
This is like my 14-point plan. I'll tell you part 3 of
the...
I'll tell you a part of the part.
Yes, that's... I guess so, yes.
Okay.
I think that's what we're getting at here.
Hopefully it's not a 14-point plan.
Okay. All right. Now we're going to go over there and turn these into
They don't need to know
things
where
like
you're going.
these.
It doesn't matter to them.
Truth in advertising, right? I don't want to say I'm going over there or over there because those are all incorrect. I'm going over there. Clean up the work area here. This is the bicycle seat that my children broke, because just got to spend more money, right? All the time. So this is on the workbench to fix eventually pile. Okay, so we're going to do that several more times, but that is a screw lock hinge. All right, so step 2 of the first step. Okay, 2-step process. Step 2 is mounting the legs. So
Part 1, step 2.
Yeah, part B of step 2.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that was super easy.
Well, it's foam, isn't it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a UV resin on there, but it kind of just moved on me. I don't want it to do that. Okay. Whoa, careful. Okay, well that's not symmetrical at all, but it's okay. We can deal with that. All right, part 3 of the part 2.
That doesn't even make sense.
Of part, yeah, this is no, we're still on part 1. Oh no, we want more mounting distance for that. So these are going to go in here like so, and they're going to get glued in place. Okay?
Why?
Because we are going to put feet on our froggy, because it's not easy being green.
Okay, Kermit, but why are we doing this?
So the frog will have some feet. We're going to make some feet for this, and we're going to glue the feet to that.
What are you going to make the feet out of?
Oh, yeah. I should tell you.
That'd probably be a good idea.
I'm going to make the feet out of, I think, hold on. Good job. Not looking. Good job. Protecting your eyeballs.
Thank you. Since you didn't tell me to put glasses on.
Oh, put glasses on.
Oh,
safety.
I'll just hide behind you.
Safety 7th here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have glasses on.
Because you're old.
Thank you.
I love you still.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Also encouraging that you love me still. Okay. All right. So, what were we going to make the feet out of? That's excellent question. I'm so glad you asked. The stuff that I was going to have ready. Hold on. I'll be right back. We're back with foil fringe curtain. Color your party. It's made in China.
Where'd you get that?
Or there, made in China. Where did I get this? One of the regular viewers sent this to me, whose name escapes me presently. But that doesn't mean
regular viewer.
But that doesn't mean I don't think it was important. It's just that I can't remember.
Like one of those things you hang over the door?
Yeah, this is like the Greg Brady style bead door, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we want to make a frog foot.
Whatever this is.
So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay. And we probably need this guy right here.
I'm thoroughly confused.
Okay. And this is going to be our frog's foot with a little bit of UV resin and some imagination.
Which is why you're the creative one, and I'm not. As I'm reminded of.
This is what I was thinking about when I should have been asleep. Okay. If I was a smart man, I would have squirted that right on here, because this is not going to be
why didn't you?
Entertaining. Okay. Yeah, why don't I just squirt some on there? Let's see if I can do that. Yeah. Okay, wow, what a mess. All right. Doing it wrong. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay.
It's not spoil the
fun.
frog. Oh, that's sticky.
All right. Now, UV lady. I have UV glasses on though, so I can look at that.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you probably still shouldn't, but I can.
No, you probably shouldn't. Maybe that's why you're wearing glasses.
Let's see if that worked. Ha! I don't know what that noise is supposed to be. Ta-da! A frog foot.
Is that going to stay?
A froggy foot. See? Did you see it?
I see it.
Does that look like a frog's foot to you?
No. It looks like...
Well, we'll keep it under the UV light over there, okay? Stay. Sit, Ubu. We should set this up elsewhere so we can keep working on more frog feet. Okay, 1 frog foot, and yeah, that's on there. See that?
Okay.
That is on there, lady.
All right.
Okay, now, whilst that one dries, we are going to take our frog A here, frog A, not frog B, and super glue from work. Free. They gave it to me. This is not theft. I was given this. It's expired super glue.
Super glue expires?
I found that out. And then I said, well, if it's expired, may I have it? And they said, yes. And I said, but you don't work here. Okay, that was a bad joke. Sorry. Okay. Why don't you try to put it on camera, guy?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Frog with feet. Huh? Little dangly frog feet?
Yay!
Is it on backwards? Upside down?
It doesn't look backwards.
Well, they're just kind of there.
Oh.
You know?
Okay.
It's a representation of frog feet.
Look at you go. Good job.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Besides, it's fake.
besides, it's fake.
No way. I thought it was real.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he put real frog legs on.
Why would he put real frogs?
Yeah, that'd be gross.
Torture it.
It'd be torturous to frogs everywhere. Okay.
And as Kermit would say, there would be thousands of tiny little frogs and perches.
Okay. God is good, but I don't want to use this because I remembered I had this guy right here. And I think I'd like to use this instead to kind of do the same thing. Is that okay? Or should I just go with this because I said it?
What are we doing?
I was going to put a little tail on that dude right there. So I was going to
Like
use...
this whole thing?
No. I was going to make a little shad-shaped tail, like such as...
What about this? Just do that. The whole
The
thing.
whole thing?
Yeah.
I think that's a little excessive.
Is it? Is it excessive?
Yeah, we just want something that's not going to be really overly cumbersome with this.
That's definitely not overly cumbersome.
You know? No, it's not.
Is that going to make a difference?
I'm going to... Well, that... Because then I got to coat it with stuff. I think I'm talking myself out of it. But it was inspirational, at
You
least.
just blinded me.
Blind the light. Okay. All right. Okay. Shut off. Thank you.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Okay, we're going to do the second verse, same as the first. A little bit louder and a lot
But it's
more
not
worse.
Legs.
No, this is a tail. This is a
So
fish
it's going to
here.
be a wedge
Is this
tail?
even on the camera? My
I don't
regular editor is supposed to
think
be
so.
telling me about this stuff.
I wasn't paying attention.
Just a little flashy wiggly thing at the back of this fish.
A flashy wiggly thing.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're gonna go not like that. We're just gonna kind of place these hither and thither.
Hither and thither. Or Johnny June.
How does she know about Johnny and June?
I don't know. I don't even know about Johnny. Who's Johnny and June?
I just made up those names.
Okay, so we take our friend Mr. All, and we need to. I'm gonna hold my thumb there and pull these down. Who's Johnny and June? You still didn't answer me.
I don't know.
Johnny Cash. Or are you
Oh,
talking to her? She probably didn't know. I don't know what she's doing.
I don't know. I just made up those names.
I don't think you did. If you're talking about Johnny Cash, that's
No,
In
I'm
your-
not talking about him.
that's in your blood on your mother's side, from your grandfather, who was a big Johnny Cash fan.
You didn't listen to Johnny Cash?
Oh yeah, but not like your dad. I mean, that's how that was one of your childhood mantras, wasn't it? Is get tough or die,
You know.
Yes, for sure.
right? Like that was not one of your first phrases that you said
I'm sure.
as a little girl.
It's the one I heard most often.
What was it?
Get tough or die.
Get tough or die.
Boy named Sue.
I think that came out all right. It's the impression of frog feet that'll wiggle as it's going through the water.
Looks more
There you
like
go.
Kermit.
You know,
It looks like Kermit.
that's all we're trying to do. All right, we'll be back when this is all cooked up here. Okay, let's see if we can't clean this up a little bit. Okay, screwed that up, man. Okay, well that's going to be our fishtail. So there it is. It's got a little fishy tail hanging off the back now.
It's going to wiggle around, hopefully, like so. See, floppity doppity. Okay, just add that little bit of extra kick to it. And I got to clean this mess up. And hopefully we can maybe try to get some sort of a swimmy test in with these guys for you. But long story short, that's how you remake lures when you screwed it up the first time. All right, so don't quit. Just try to wipe stuff up with wax paper because it works so well. And you just, remake them. So forget about it. All right, we'll try and go take these for a swim test. Okay, let's do our swim test of our frog lure here. You see the weeds out here?
Yes, sir.
Good, it rights itself. That's an improvement.
That looks like a pretty good frog.
And it does a walk the dog. Got a great pop though, huh?
Yeah. That'd be perfect for some early morning topwater action.
Still, even when it flips over like it's not supposed to, it's still coming through those weeds, so that's not a terrible thing. Let's try out the fast attack shad here. Comes right through the weeds. Over here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that was a hit. You see that?
No, I didn't see that.
I'm going to hit the water.
See if you can do it again.
Matted stuff right here. Hey, what are you kids doing?